And then I get into an Uber on the way home because I can't go have a drink like I wanted to because I have this giant fucking bag full of shit to carry around. And I get in this Uber and it's this 75-year-old woman with her dogs. And she won't stop talking about her dogs and like how she got an oil change and what'd you do tonight? Was the comedy show good? And like I'm being nice and polite, but all I can think about is like this is gonna be me.
After being single for 7 years, she no longer wants to live that life. Now she wants to find someone, but it's not working as expected.
I'm not someone that posts or cries or anything on the internet, so this is a new one for me. I guess I need girls to rally with me and lift me up because I feel so defeated right now. I've been trying to meet someone, just anybody worth my time for years. And dating apps are so awful. I don't need to explain to you how awful the dating apps are. So I've been trying to meet people in public, and they're still trash when I do randomly meet people in public. But tonight takes the cake. Last week I'm part of an app that you can basically get invited to these events, and there was a comedy thing coming up, and I bought a ticket and thought, maybe I'll meet people here. Maybe I'll meet a guy or just meet people in general that I can become friends with, and then who knows what could happen. And let me just tell you how this went. I show up, it's a limited seating, get there first, it was like an open bar, and in my head, I'm a prompt person, so I got there 20 minutes beforehand, and I happened to be the first person there. I sit in the front row, and it's about showtime, and I'm realizing nobody else is in the front row. It's just me. Everybody's filled in the back, every row's filled with all the couples, of course, and then it's just me. And it was just ironic that the reason I was there was to meet people, and it was I was a piranha. They both kind of point out are you waiting on people, or what's going on here? And I'm have to admit no, I'm trying to meet people. And again, they're nice, they're not being mean to me about it, but it's mortifying. It's mortifying. And then another comic comes up, and again, it's just you're pretty, but and it's just, yeah. It feels like such a slap in the face. And I'm not even mad at the comics, I'm not even mad at the lady, I would probably think the same thing, but just for this point in my life, it just feels Jesus. I don't want to go out again. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. When I try, shit like this happens, and dating apps suck.
It was interesting when she mentioned dating apps. It's bad for everyone. Only Chads are living their best lives in those apps because most women are after them, and this is why they are not interested in committing to one person. As longer most modern women chase Chad, the dating scene won't change.
And then I get into an Uber on the way home because I can't go have a drink like I wanted to because I have this giant fucking bag full of shit to carry around. And I get in this Uber and it's this 75-year-old woman with her dogs. And she won't stop talking about her dogs and how she got an oil change and what'd you do tonight? Was the comedy show good? And I'm being nice and polite, but all I can think about is this is gonna be me.
Does anyone else heard Worth My Time? She already met the man of her dreams. He was only 5'7" and made $60,000, so he wasn't on her radar. She literally listed off 4 red flags in the first 15 seconds. Someone who's worth my time. The people on apps are trash. People in real life are trash. There are millions of guys in America who would provide a woman with a good life, but they're not all 7 feet tall, making $650,000, and love to go on vacations everywhere, working on their PhD while rescuing cats on their way to feed the homeless. No matter how bad she thinks it is, it's way worse for men. She shouldn't have any issue finding someone, but in most cases their standard places them in this situation. From the moment she said she was looking for someone worth her time, we already know what she meant by that. She is definitely looking for the same guy as most women. They are all after 6-foot Chad making a certain amount of money, and then they get mad when they can't find him. Do they really think this world has enough Chad for all of them? This is the reality they will have to come to terms with, and it will help them to understand they were living in a Disneyland. This idea of finding a perfect man is only valid in Disney movies or storybooks, but not in real life, as most of us are average. She is fairly attractive and shouldn't have any issue finding someone, and I bet there are many guys willing to be her partner, but we all know the story. They probably are not tall enough or don't make enough money, and this is how they end up losing their opportunity to secure a good man. Most likely she already met that guy, but he didn't meet all the characteristics of her dream Prince Charming, and this is what she will need to adjust to increase her chances of finding someone.
Next, we have a strong and independent woman explaining why she is single. Let's have a look at what she has to say.
Nothing a man should fear more than a woman who's comfortable being alone. You are now competing with me. You're not competing with other guys. I am good being alone. I am fine.
I am glad she is good being alone, because it's going to be a long journey.
So you have to be better than me. You have to make it so that I want to be with you instead of being with me. How are you going to do that?
Tell me you are single without saying you are single. She's lying. I've never once met a woman who is fine with being alone. Men won't compete. Competition is a weakness. Relationships are cooperation and communication. This is very immature. Newsflash, I'm also okay with you being alone. Why do people who say they're okay with being alone always angry when they're telling someone they like being alone? She would have to provide for me in order to be with her. I know for sure most guys are happy she is content being a single woman. That is impressive, and most of us are truly happy for her achievement. I hope she finds the men willing to compete with her to be her partner. She will need a bit of luck with this one, as most guys would prefer to be with someone who is easy to get along with, not the person we have to constantly debate or making the relationship a battlefield. This is not what most of us want, and this is why she will need a lot of luck in her search for a strong man willing to play such a game. Most of us are competitive and wouldn't avoid challenges, but not when it comes to relationships or with the woman we are dealing with. We just want a peaceful life, something we can enjoy. The dating scene is already difficult for most women as they struggle to find a partner, but it will be harder for independent women like her. And she thinks men will be willing to prove themselves to her. Really? She needs to wake up to reality.
Some strong and independent women think men aren't willing to engage with them because they are intimidated. And this is the case of the woman in the next video who believes she intimidates men with her strong personality. Let's have a look at it.
My name is Rico, I'm 24, and it's kind of like the age thing. Just listen to how you talk. Like, I take lead. Yeah, I'm big on wordplay. Like, as a woman, I feel like if you know your role and trust your man leadership, you wouldn't worry about taking no lead.
Yeah.
So it's an older woman thing.
Okay.
So I kind of understand.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, everything is different for everybody. So I understand that that's a little bit intimidating for men, you know, having a strong personality, but I don't plan on dying.
It's not
that
intimidating. It's just,
Oh, okay.
It's all about knowing your role as a man. I know my role as a man.
Okay.
I'm not intimidated by no woman, but she just got to know her role. If you the woman, you the woman.
As an alpha female, I will not date a man who doesn't trust me to lead. An alpha female only belongs to a true alpha male. He understands that his woman has no desire to fulfill his role as the alpha male, only as an alpha female still in her divine femininity that still honors her alpha male. I can't speak for men, but I would guess most are probably attracted to peace, kindness, and respect. Not a leader. Nobody is intimidated, literally nobody. He wants that divine feminine energy. As a woman, why do you want to come off as intimidating? Sometimes it's hard to understand independent women's mindsets, because she had a man telling her about what we are attracted to, but she preferred to suggest maybe he is intimidated by her personality. Instead of that reaction, she should be more open and willing to take that information and reflect on it, which could help increase her chance of finding someone. A lot of strong and independent women think that we are intimidated when we tell them we are not attracted to women who consider themselves alpha female, but they forget it's all about attraction, and this is something we can't control. Let's pretend she is correct and most guys are intimidated by a strong woman who is a leader. As a woman, why would you want to come across as intimidating? What are the benefits of acquiring characteristics that will get men intimidated by you? Wouldn't it be smarter to avoid things that will repel us if finding a partner is your goal? I just don't understand their logic. We are just looking for that divine feminine energy, and if you don't have it, things will get challenging. To make it clearer, we are not intimidated, we just don't want to deal with that.
Most strong and independent women like to claim they don't need a man, but after some time, they change their minds and would do anything to have a partner by their side. It's the case of a woman in the next video who can't wait to find someone as she is getting tired of being strong and independent.
I know I'm an independent woman, okay? I get it. However, us independent women love being treated with so much softness because there's not enough of it in our life. Every aspect of my life, I have to be strong. I have to show up for my kids, my job. I have to support myself. I have to do everything with such a strong mentality that when a man comes in,
Starting a video calling yourself independent won't help at all when it comes to finding a man.
and allows you this softness to just simply exist in your soft feminine energy, it's such a gift. So when you show up, I can't wait to meet you and be soft. It's going to be such a radical change for me.
Sorry you can't have your cake and eat it too. Having to be strong all the time is so exhausting. Let's be honest. This is how men feel always. Thank you for being strong out there and wanting to be treated soft. I wish they understood how much we strong women miss this part in them. To be treated like a queen. So, the man who fathered your kids and the opportunity to be soft wasn't enough? Okay, red flag. Can we talk about how exhausting it is for a woman to act masculine? It's draining and depleting. Gender roles need a balance, but that doesn't mean I need to take up the role of a masculine figure. Being in sync with my femininity is the greatest gift I can ever get as a woman. Someone needs to tell her she will have to pick one. I didn't want to be the one saying it, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. This is the part of being strong and independent they don't understand, and this is why there are countless videos of women complaining they have everything going well for them, but it seems like men are the only department of their life they are struggling to get right. Most of them claim they are looking for a man to give them a bit of stress relief and a break. They probably had the opportunity to secure such a man, but for some reason, it's gone. I saw so many comments from other strong and independent women who are in the same boat. They are getting tired of it and they want a man to lift a bit of weight off of their back as it's getting heavier. But they aren't aware that I am strong and independent. I don't need a man mentality will not help at all when it comes to finding a man.
This is all for today's video. If you like it, I know you will also like the video on the screen. We have selected it for you. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out.